Right, good morning, welcome back. Okay, fitting a Dynojet kit into my carburetor. When do we need to do that? Well, anytime we're going to be drawing in more air, we need to draw in more fuel at the same time to balance the fuel mixture. Pretty straightforward. Now, with a fuel injected bike, that's extremely easy. You just a software download. Whether it's a standard download like on a Triumph, where you go to your dealer and they plug it into a laptop and they download a new fuel map, or whether it's something a little bit more complicated like fitting a Pro tuner or something like a Power Commander and then setting it all up, it's still a digital download for the ECU. Whereas this is not digital, it's not software. A Dynojet kit is hardware. It's simply changing a jet and a needle inside the carburetor and setting it up at the right way on the base settings. And what I mean by base settings is Dynojet is a brand name. This is a company that have worked it all out for you. They've done all the testing on a dyno, as in their name, and they've worked out what jets you need and what needle height you need for what setup you've got. And they put it all in a set of detailed instructions. It's really easy. So what I thought was the best thing to do with this video today is walk through the instructions, do the job at the same time, and share it with you. So hopefully if you're going to do this sort of thing yourself, it will help. Let's make a start. Okay, now for my project, I've bought a Dynojet Thunderslide kit, stage 1 for 1200s, and it is a 1200. So the Thunderslide part of it I've never seen before. I've seen Dynojet kits since I was a teenager. They basically are just half a dozen jets and a needle and an emulsion tube and a spring and a drill bit for drilling the old slide so that you drill the hole in it bigger and it lifts quicker. But the Thunderslide kit is slightly different. Obviously they've moved on a bit. It's a plastic slide. Fundamentally what you normally get is a metal slide in there, and this kit comes with a new plastic slide. And I guess being plastic, it's lighter. So I've got some scales that will measure that and that one, and we'll see how light that is compared to the metal one. I guess that gives you a quicker response on the throttle because it weighs less, so it's going to lift quicker. Anyway, let's get all this stuff out and we'll see what actually contained in the kit. Right, okay, here's the inventory that comes in the box. You've got 10 different sizes of main jet, so that's wide adjustability for different setups on the bike. You've got a new diaphragm spring. Here you get a drill bit and a self-tapping screw. That's to get the plug out that sits on top of the mixture screw, because the mixture screw on these is set and they plug it up so you can't touch it. We have to drill out that plug, so that's what that's for. You get a new emulsion tube to fit your main jet into, and then you get the setup for your Thunderslide itself. You get the slide, the actual Thunderslide, then you get the two plastic discs to hold your diaphragm either side, then you get your new needle, the adjustable needle with 7 different adjustment heights, and a washer and an E-clip to secure it in place. Now I'm leaving all these jets in the plastic because they're sealed and it will keep them from tarnishing. I'll only take out the one I need and I'll put all the rest back in there. So look, the first job, I'm going to put all these other bits and pieces away, and we'll take the top off of the carb first of all, and we'll put the diaphragm onto the Thunderslide and install the needle. Let's do that first. Right, there's the slide removed. Now the instructions give you details on what factory parts to harvest and use in conjunction with the kit parts. And the first thing is the rubber diaphragm. It says to lift it gently and stretch it away from its little seat and then remove it from the old factory slide, and we can install it on the new one. Right, I don't mind admitting that was quite scary because they're super thin and it just feels like they'll tear, but it's super strong as well. So that comes out okay, just lift it out and it's nice and supple, so I'm happy to use that again. Now the next thing, before I install that, I want to weigh these. There's the metal one, distinctly heavier, most definitely, and there's the plastic slide and the 2 clips that are now going to clamp against the diaphragm. So before we put that on, I'm just going to weigh them and weigh that, and we'll see what the difference is. All right, got the scale set onto grams. Here we are. Got the standard metal factory slide. Let's pop that on. 73 grams. Okay, swap it over. Put on our Dynojet Thunderslide. 18. Not only is it a quarter of the weight of the standard one, it's a different design as well. Looking at it, just now I've got them both out at the same time. The standard one's kind of flat underneath, so when it lifts up, the inlet draft goes blowing into the engine, fuel with it. This one, it's not exactly flat. It's got a 45-degree bevel on the bottom edge, so as the inlet draft blows in, it's going to push it up as well. It's going to bear up on that and lift it even quicker, as well as the fact that it's a quarter of the weight. I like that. Right, that's the slide, all ready to reassemble. Now the next thing, we take the float bowl off, we've got to replace the main jet and adjust the mixture screw. Most of the time on these, the mixture screw is plugged, so you have to drill it out to get to it. But before we do any of that, because that's all part of reassembly, we'll give it a good clean up first. Right, this bike continues to surprise me. The inside of that float bowl is perfect. It's brand new, like it's just come out the wrapper. So that's a nice little bonus. Now, it doesn't need any real attention. I've just got to change those internal components and adjust the mixture, which again on this carburetor, thankfully, is not a plugged one. I can just adjust it, no problem. Okay, now selecting the main jets, ever so easy. You get 10 different choices of main jet size in the box, and I've got a standard 1200, a stock engine, just 1200cc, and I'm going to plan to have an open air filter and an open exhaust. So for that, the instructions here recommend a 170 main jet. That will give me the baseline to start from. If I had other engine modifications like cams and so on, it recommends a different main jet. So it all depends what you've got. It's all recommended, and every jet you'll need is in there. Easy. Okay, following instructions, set the mixture. Turn the mixture screw in till it lightly seats. This is there. And then we turn out 3.5 turns. So it's 1, 2, 3.5. There we are. Okay, now I made this as a standalone video in case it helps you if you want to do it yourself, but the instructions are honestly all you need. And if you've got the carburetor off and in your hand, that's an hour's work, end to end. YouTube always takes 4 times longer, so seriously, that's quite an easy job. You're just changing the main jet and swapping out the needle. If you're doing it in the standard slide, it's just the same, swapping out the needle. But if you're going to put the Thunderslide in, it's a couple of minutes more work, seriously. And that, I reckon, is going to be a big bonus to this. Anyway, we'll find out in the future. There's a great troubleshooting sheet that you get at the end of it to tell you all the problems you might get and how to get over them. So that's the final piece of paperwork you need. So join us in the next one and we'll connect everything up, chuck the tank on, put the fluids in and see if we can fire this up for the first time as a 1200. I'll see you then.